Hey guys, it's Kelly, also known as BabyCekesBeauty101, and for today's video I'm going to be doing a review, and I'm going to be reviewing the Xoxo Contour Palette by Suzanne Jackson, and I got this about a month ago, probably over a month, nearly 2 months now, and yeah, the reason I've waited so long to do the review is I just wanted to get a really good use out of it and kind of get to know it and kind of be honest about this review. Like, instead of using it for a week and then just kind of saying how I feel, I wanted to actually properly use it and get to know it. So yes, and I got this where I work. I'm not going to say where I work or like what I work as or whatever, but I got it where I work, so yeah. So on the front cover it just says Xoxo and has a little trademark thing, and it says Suzanne Jackson, and it's kind of metallic-y writing, and then it says complete contour palette, concealer, highlighter and setting powder, and then it has this picture here. And on the back it says Love Suzanne, and it has the website and stuff like that. And yeah, so then you just take off this thing, and my palette is really dirty. It's full of like fingerprints and stuff. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like, a good thing because it shows that I use it, or a bad thing because I don't clean it. But yeah, this is what it looks like. It says Xoxo, and I used to think it was Xoxo Me, but I don't know, because all her stuff is Xoxo, so I don't know. Comment down below if it's Xoxo or Xoxo Me. But yeah, it just says Xoxo and it has trademark Suzanne Jackson, and it has the same as the front, just without the picture. And yeah, the back as well says Love Suzanne and a little X, the website and stuff like that. So yeah, now I'm going to show you the inside. So when you open it up, it looks like this, and you have this little clear piece of like plastic just to protect the colours from going on this part, but I obviously don't use mine because it's all full of makeup. But yes, so on the top it just has the picture that's on the front, and it kind of shows you where everything goes, and then it has kind of step-by-step directions. So I'm just going to kind of briefly go through the directions. So step 1 is contour / shade. So it just says apply shade 2 underneath your cheekbones, on your temples, along your hairline to create an oval shaped face. And you can also put it down each side of the bridge of your nose to create the illusion of a slimmer nose. So that's kind of step 1. Step 2 is highlight and lighten. So use shade 4 or shade 1, depending on your skin tone, in the areas to make them stand out. Step 3 is to highlight / strobe. And that is to put shade 5 in the places that you want to highlight, like along your cupid's bow, cheekbones and above your brows, and along the tip of your nose for a dewy finish. And step 4 is to powder / set, and that is just to use shade 3 and shade 6 to set everything. So yeah, that's just briefly the steps, and now I'm going to show you the colours and stuff like that. So it has 6 shades. So shade 1 is like a light cream highlighting shade. Shade 2 is like a dark brown cream shade. Shade 3 is a kind of yellowy setting powder. Shade 4 is a light brown, either highlighting or contouring colour. Shade 5 is a highlighter, and shade 6 is a brown setting contour kind of powder. So I'm going to show you them up close. So yeah, and now I'm going to tell you kind of like my review or my look on this palette. So with the Xoxo palette, I much prefer it to the Flawless Contour Palette. So this is the Flawless Contour Palette. And this is cream contour as well, but it comes with 10 shades. I just feel that the Xoxo palette, I don't know, gives better coverage. It's not as like watery. This is kind of more thick and creamy, whereas the Flawless palette is kind of more watery kind of thing. And yeah, I just feel like this is better, and it's also smaller, and you get your setting powders and your highlighter in this already. But in this it just comes with 10 like highlighting and contour shades, which I don't use. I only use 2 of them. So I just think this is much better. This is cheaper, but this is much better, and yeah. And also the colours are very solid. In the Flawless palette, the colours melt like very quickly and they get very oily. But this, the colours don't melt and they're solid, and I really, really like that. So I don't actually use highlighter. I'm not the biggest fan of highlighter. I don't know why. So I've used this like once or twice. It is a very nice highlighter. I'll just show you it on my finger. So it is a very nice highlighter, as you can see. It's just that I personally don't really like highlighter. So when I have my makeup done, I get my Miracle Complexion Sponge or my Beauty Blender, and I just kind of run it in this powder for a bit and then just kind of dab it on the bridge of my nose, and it looks amazing. It just makes your nose look so much brighter and amazing, and it's really, really good if you also don't like highlighter like me. So when I'm doing my makeup, after I've done my foundation, I use shade 1, which is the light, like highlighting kind of cream color, and I apply this under my eyes as like kind of a concealer. And then I use this powder or just my normal powder and like set it with my Beauty Blender or my Miracle Complexion Sponge, and it just looks amazing. Like it covers all your bags or anything, and it just looks amazing. It makes your skin look so good. And as you can see here, the makeup isn't the best. It's just that I was in work today and my makeup has been on over like 12 hours, so yes. So for my makeup every day, I use this powder for my contour, and it just looks so good. It looks so natural. You can't really see here, but yeah, it just looks really, really well, especially on your nose and your cheekbones. And yes, but then if I want to go for kind of like a more glam look, if I was like going out, like on a night out, or just if I'm going out somewhere, I will use one of the creams. I'll use them for different kind of areas on my face, and then I'll use the powder as well, which is so good. It's so dramatic and it just looks so, so well. And it just looks so really like so nice. I just keep saying so because it just looks so good and so nice. And yeah, so how I apply the cream colors is I get a brush, which is actually an eyeshadow brush, and it's just kind of small, and yeah, it's just an eyeshadow brush, and I like kind of run it along in the colors, like spin it around a few times, and I apply this first color under my eyes in triangles, and then kind of the bridge of my nose. And yeah, and then I put either these two colors with a different brush, a bit bigger, also an eyeshadow brush, and I put it in my cheekbones and around my temples and my nose. And yeah, then I use the Real Techniques contour brush, which is my favorite brush ever, and I use this contour setting powder thing. And yeah, and then I use my Miracle Complexion Sponge or Beauty Blender to set my highlight. And yeah, that's really all I have to say. There's not much more I can say. It's just such an amazing palette, and it's so worth the price. Like it lasts super, super long. Like I have this like 2 months now, and like the colors are barely used, even though I use it like every single day. So yeah, it's really good, really worth the money, and I really recommend it. It'd be really good for a present for someone. And yeah, so yeah guys, that's the end of the video. If you enjoyed, please give it a massive thumbs up and subscribe down below. Also make sure you follow all my social media. They're always linked in the description box of all my videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!